welcome back to my channel, Nurse Lexi. If this is your first time tuning in, thanks for clicking on this video. If not, welcome back. As you guys can see from the title, we are talking about one of the questions that I get asked the most, especially on Instagram, from like high schoolers to full-blown adults already in other careers, asking me, how do I become a nurse? What are the steps? What are my options? So just because it's such a popular topic in my DMs, I thought that I would make a video to answer everyone's questions, and I'm coming to you with the facts. So before we start, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down there and also hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video. I know you want to. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with talking about registered nurses, which are RNs. There are two different types of nurses, registered nurses, and then there are LPNs/LVNs, which are licensed practical nurses or licensed vocational nurses. They do a little bit of different things, so we'll talk about LPNs, LVNs a little bit later in the video, and right now we'll just talk about RNs. So to become a registered nurse, you do need your high school diploma or your GED. That is number one. From there, you do need to take some general education courses. So these things are going to include anatomy, physiology, chemistry, nutrition, psychology, microbiology. Those classes are your general education classes, which are required before you start getting into the actual like nursing coursework. So high school diploma, GED, then your gen eds, and then from there you can either pursue your associates in nursing or your bachelor's in nursing. The associates in nursing takes about 2 years. Bachelor's in nursing takes about 4 years. People always are asking, you know, should I get my associates or should I get my BSN? And my response to that is, if you are able to just get your bachelor's, I think that you should just do that. Just get your BSN, because a lot of hospitals are either requiring the BSN right now or requiring you to have it within a certain number of years. So if you're able to just go to school for 4 years straight and get that bachelor's, do that. Please do that. But if you can't, if you want to start working a little sooner, you know, if you need to start working a little sooner, or if money is an issue, definitely get your associates first, like at a community college, so you can start working, and then you can go back to school. Because you already have your RN license and your associates, you can go back to school, and usually it's like an online program, which is just your RN to BSN, and you can take those online classes working towards that bachelor's while you're already working as a registered nurse. So that's also pretty popular, especially for people who are who have like families or bills, you know, who need to work a little bit sooner than those who can just go to university for 4 years straight. So those are your 2-degree options for undergraduate level nursing, ADN or BSN. So the choice is yours. Think about your circumstance, think about your money, your time, how soon you want to start working, and things like that. And if the hospitals around you are hiring associate level nurses. Another option to get your BSN is if you already have a bachelor's in something else, like if you have a bachelor's in psychology or business or whatever it may be, you have that bachelor's, you could go ahead and take the general education classes that are required for your nursing program, like microbiology, anatomy, physiology, all those things we just talked about. Take those classes, and then you can apply for an accelerated BSN program, which is an ABSN. Those programs are typically 12 to 16 months. They are super rigorous. They're usually competitive to get into as well, but you're earning your bachelor's in a year to year and a half. So it is a lot of coursework. Usually you cannot work during that time because you're having your coursework, your lab, your clinicals, all that stuff like squished into such a short amount of time. So you really can't fit working in there. So if you're able to do that, I definitely recommend doing an accelerated BSN program if you already have a bachelor's and you are deciding to switch to nursing. And then another option for becoming a nurse that isn't as popular, there aren't a whole ton of programs like this for those people that already have a bachelor's in something else. Let's say you have your bachelor's in psychology, you could get into a program that is a direct entry Master's of Science in Nursing. So it's a direct entry MSN. So basically you have your bachelor's in something else, and then you get into this program, and by the end of the program, you're going to have your bachelor's and you're going to have your master's in nursing. So there aren't a whole bunch of programs like that, but you can definitely Google that if that's something you're interested in. I think you have to like take the GRE beforehand or certain things. Look up the requirements and see if that's something that you would want to do. So you kind of just skip the whole bedside nursing part and go straight into having your master's, which is kind of controversial. I've seen, you know, both sides of the argument, but that is definitely an option. There are schools that allow you to do that, so look into that if you already have a bachelor's in something besides nursing. And now we can talk about the whole LPN, LVN route. So like I said, licensed practical nurse, licensed vocational nurse. Those two things are the same. They're just called different things depending on like what state you live in. So I'm just gonna say LPN because that's what they call them here in Florida. So if you want to become an LPN, usually, well, you need your high school diploma or GED, and then the program is typically about 1 year. So then at the end of that 1 year program, you are a nurse. You are a licensed practical nurse. So the difference between LPN and RN is within what you can do, like, and some hospitals dictate it, like some LPNs can't give blood or administer chemotherapy and things like that, where an RN can do those things. So definitely see what route you want to do. If you do decide to be an LPN, LVN, and then you work, you know, a little bit and decide that you want to become a registered nurse to have a little bit more autonomy, I guess. Since you already have your LPN and you have that education, you could get your associates in nursing in 1 to 2 years, or you could get your bachelor's of science in nursing in 2 to 4 years, and then at the end of that time frame you'll be a registered nurse. So if you are an LPN, LVN right now, you can definitely look into those programs. I would suggest just going straight for your BSN. Just do an LPN to BSN and get it over with, because like I said, a lot of hospitals are wanting BSN educated nurses. Maybe not right now, but like within the coming years, it's going to become a lot more popular. So I hope that this video made sense and I was able to kind of show you the different routes you can take. I might just like put them all in the description box to make it a little bit easier, but all this information I got from Google. If you are still confused, leave a comment down below. But you can also just always Google it. Think about your circumstance. Think about how much time you have to sit out of work and go to school. Just think about your circumstances. Think about the things that are important to you and figure out which route to nursing will work best for you. I will say that I have seen programs that are part-time, that are evening, weekend, to account for people that work like full-time jobs, like 9 to 5s. So there are a lot of options. Definitely Google, look at the schools around you, look at what is offered around you, and I hope that you guys can find the best route into nursing. If you follow me already, you already know like what I did, and if you don't, I do have a bachelor's degree in something else, in health sciences, that I got from UCF a couple years ago, and I decided to go back to nursing and do an associate's BSN concurrent program. So there are a ton of different routes for you. I did have to stop working in order to go to nursing school because of clinical lab, things like that. Like, you can't work full-time and go to nursing school full-time. So you have to think about your own situation. I chose what was best for me, and I have no regrets, no regrets. So I hope that you guys are able to take this information and go and look up some more information and make a good decision. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them down below. Don't forget to check out the description box, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video.